upbringing.
Let me and ask about your personal upbringing. You're the eldest of 10. Talk about, obviously, held up as a, I don't know, do we say Latino leader? I think if he's the son of immigrants, but how do you talk about your heritage and how that's shaped you as a leader, if that's the right way to put it?
Yeah, no, I think it is, and I think the book Throughline has a little bit of that diversity and inclusion messaging that's not overt and in your face. It's like, here's a person, normal human, grew up in very humble circumstances, immigrant story to some degree, a lot of wonderful accidents along the way that propelled me to where I am, and I'm living proof that somebody that is different than everyone else can actually not only succeed in business but do a lot of good things for a lot of people. Which my legacy at United is that there's 100,000 human beings that just feel better about themselves. By the way, you mentioned the oldest of 10. I always have a little bit of joke since I had the heart transplant. I'm actually, well, chronologically that may be correct. Metaphorically, I'm hashtag youngest child because
You've got a
I have
young heart.
what's now a 35-year-old heart, which would make me the youngest in our family. But no, I think the conversation about my upbringing, growing up with my grandmother across the border, without my mom, without ever knowing my dad, and the formative years of going from home to home, because my grandmother did not have her own home, but wasn't homeless, because in the Latino world, Latin world, however you term it, familia, the term family, is a deeply, almost religious belief that you help other people. So as difficult as the circumstances were for me in hindsight, I had that strong hand of my maternal grandmother that held me over all those long journeys. I never felt anything but support and love and caring. And so that has always stood with me. My grandmother in particular, she ended up being a maid at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas for many years, and retired at 86, and never complained, never missed a day of work, despite some physical ailments that I described that were horrendous, that she never complained about. So when you have a foundation of an individual and a principle and a spirit of working with others, that is your backdrop like that, it's hard to not be influenced and balanced. I always kid that some of my worst days at work were probably some of her better days and the things that she do. And if we're ever know each other and we're traveling, we're walking down a hotel hallway, and you see me tear up a little bit when I see the various ladies that are cleaning the rooms, that comes from a very deep place for me.